Happy Friday, Year 4. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. So can you please write down the long date, Friday, 3rd of July 2020, and the LI to identify the features of instructional text. Well done, everyone. Can you list all the types of instructional text that you know? So pause this section and have a think. Well done, everyone. Let's go through some examples. So we have recipes, directions, instructions on how to play a game, how to make or build something, how to repair something. So repair means how to fix something, or how to look after or care for something. So well done if you got some of these correct, or if you came up with some other examples, you can take a picture and show me. So instructions can be written down or interactive, and we're going to be taking a look at both kinds. So for today's art lesson, your task was to draw a superhero and to follow the step-by-step instructions. Now, if you haven't done that already, you can do that after this English lesson. So this is a type of instructions that is interactive because you're looking at someone, drawing it step by step, and you're following through with it. So there's communication there. So that's one type of instructions. Now let's look at what written instructions are. Over here we have instructions on how to make a jam sandwich. So let's look through it together. How to make a jam sandwich. What you need: 2 slices of bread, a knife, butter and jam. And then over here there's the instructions. Place 2 slices of bread on a surface. Number 2, use a knife to spread some butter onto one side of each slice of bread. Number 3, put some jam on top of the buttered side of each slice of bread. Number 4, join the slices of bread together so that the jam is in the middle. And number 5, eat your sandwich. So take a close look at these instructions, and what do you notice? What features of instruction text can you see? So well done, everyone. So who can tell me why these certain words are highlighted in blue? Place, spread or put. What are the examples of? The examples of imperative verbs. Well done if you got that correct. And in instruction text, we always use imperative verbs. So let's look at the features that these instructional texts have, and you can see whether you spotted those features in the instructions that we just went through. So we have a title. So the title, our title was how to make a jam sandwich. We have numbered points and bullet points. So over here, when it says what you need, the ingredients that we need, we can see bullet points. And over here, when they're going through the instructions, we have numbers. So numbers make it easier for us to follow it step by step. We have the imperative verbs, so also known as bossy verbs. So they were place, put, and spread. So imperative verbs also give order or commands, and with these verbs there's no room for any questions or discussions because the instructions are very clear, and instructions are always in chronological order. What do we mean by chronological order? So we've just gone through non-chronological reports, and we know that non-chronological reports, it's written in no time order. So chronological order means that it is written in the correct order, the correct time order of how the events take place, or in our case, how the instructions take place. Well done. We have diagrams. So over here you can see a picture of the sandwich, and you can even have diagrams in each step. So for example, in step 1, place 2 slices of bread on the surface. You can have a little diagram or a picture, and you can do the rest for the steps 2, 3, 4, and 5, just so that your reader can visualize how the product or how the food should look like. And short sentences. So short sentences just to grab the reader's attention. So it shouldn't be too long. It should be short and concise. So I want you to take a look at this instructional text and see if you can find any of the features that we discussed in the following slides. So you can pause this section and take a close look. So I'm just going to scroll down. So this is how to make a star decoration. What you need: piece of cardboard, scissors, silver paper or foil, sticky tape, and piece of thread. And then you have number 1, cut a star shape from a piece of card. Number 2, cover the star in silver paper. Number 3, fix a loop of thread to the top of the star. And number 4, hang the thread over a small branch. Over here where the arrow is pointing towards how to make a star decoration, what feature is this? This is the title. Well done if you got that correct. Let's just write that down. And now whilst I'm writing that down, you can look at the second arrow to see where it's pointing towards and tell me what feature is identified over there. So it's pointing towards the bullet points. So write bullet points over here. Bullet points. Well done if you got that correct as well. Just make it nice and small. And now let's look at the third arrow. What is it pointing towards? It's pointing towards the numbers. Now, can you spot any imperative verbs in the instructions? So you can pause this section and take a close look, and then you can write it down on your papers. So this usually comes in the beginning of the sentence. Cut is an imperative verb. Cover, fix, and hang. These are all the commands that you have to do. Well done if you spotted these features. Okay, so for your task, and as usual on Fridays we always look through short animation clips on Literacy Shed. So this animation is called The Little Shoemaker, and it's set in a timeless Parisian street. Parisian is Paris, so the capital city of France is Paris, and there is a little shoemaker called Mr. Botte. He makes and sells a special kind of shoes, and business is good. However, the little shoemaker's life is about to change. A new shoe seller is in town, and he will do anything to gain business. Mr. Botte's business starts to fail. How will he cope? Maybe he will get some help from unexpected quarters. So for your task, I want you to write instructions on how to make magic shoes. So make sure you watch the clip. Let me just show you the clip. So when you open the link, it'll be in the description box below and on our Year 4 online learning platform. So you can scroll down and you can play the short clip, and then you can write down your instructions on how to make magic shoes. Now remember, you must include imperative verbs. So these are all examples of imperative verbs, and I'll add them to the school online learning platform so that you can take a close look and see which one is relevant for your instruction text. So over here it says, I'm Little Miss Bossy and I tell you what to do. I use a verb near the beginning of my sentences to change them into a command. So over here, these are all examples of imperative verbs that you can use. So don't forget, in your instructions first, you need a title and you need to write down what you need. So let's take a look at the jam. So for example, how to make a jam salad, what you need, and they told us what ingredients we needed. So for your magic shoes, when you write what you need to write down the materials that you need to use to make your magic shoes. It could be leather, it could be string. Get creative, because remember this is also creative writing. And then you can give step-by-step instructions on how to make those shoes. So number them 1, 2, 3, and in each section, to make your text even better, you can add short diagrams, just a short picture on how it will look, how your shoe will look in each step. So remember, these are magic shoes, so you can use some special ingredients as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your instructional text, and once you're done, you can email your work over to year4@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Have a great weekend, everyone, and see you next Monday.